Well, as we gear up for Election Day all this week, we'll bring you interviews with candidates running for the Prince George's School Board.
And joining us now is Pat Fletcher, who is running in District 6. Thank you so much for joining us, Mrs. Fletcher.
And thank you for inviting me here.
Now, these are, you're no stranger to this. You
Right.
served in 2006 to 2010. What brings you back out on the campaign?
I know people say, why are you doing this? And I'm doing it because of the babies that live in my district. I'm doing it for the parents that live in my district. And I'm doing it for the future of our kids, my district in particular, but all kids in the county.
Now, we know you well here at CTV, but for those who don't, tell us about your background and how you think your experience will be helpful if elected to this office.
Well, as you mentioned before, I was here. I served on the Board of Education from 2006 to 2010, where I came in when you now can elect a board where the bill was reversed. I've lived in Prince George's County for over 31 years. I'm a mother of 2 children. One of my daughters, in fact, taught in the Prince George's County school system for 15 years. 4 grandkids that all went and are going through the county school system. Community activists from day one, going back to Tommy Broadwater days, up to the Rainbow Coalition, sat on the Democratic Central Committee as the treasurer. You name it, I did it. And presently, I'm the vice chair of the Kentland Columbia Park Boys and Girls Club.
So what do you see as some of the pressing issues that the school board is coming across?
There are several issues, but there are 2 that really are that impact the kids. One is the fact that it appears as though when I was on the board, we pushed for equity for all of our students, because when I got on the board, I saw the inequity that was transpiring in the school system. Sort of knew it, but when I actually saw it, we, the board at that time, decided that we put the money where the need is, and that's what we did. As a result, those kids were then in the 4th grade. Now they're seniors in high school. But as the Washington Post said, the kids are steadily making gains. And that is a result of the opportunities that we afforded all of our children, and in particular, the children inside the Beltway. So I see some of that going backwards, and I say going backwards because I'm hearing of this international school, which is a huge problem with me. Yes, we have international students that have needs. The federal government mandates that we provide an ESOL program to help kids understand the language that is being taught in the classroom. Now, when back during the 70s and 80s, I mean, Prince George's County schools were segregated, and we being blacks fought to be in the same classroom with other students, Caucasian students. What they're doing now, there's a grant, and I believe it's a special grant to assist, in particular, Hispanic students in high school for 2 years that are coming over, do not know the language, which I understand they need assistance. There is argument that the Hispanics have a high dropout rate, that type of thing.
You feel that they should not be separated? You feel like they should be integrated into the classrooms with other students?
I believe that all of our children have the same issue, in particular the kids inside the Beltway that I represent. We all, Hispanic, I don't care what color you are, that they all have the common denominator, which is they all need assistance because most of them come from poverty. So I'm saying if you have grant money to particularly help our non-English speaking students, then combine them together and do what I would call a mainstreaming program where it's a win-win situation. All the kids would benefit from that program.
Now, really quickly, you served on the board 2006 to 2010. What do you see are the differences compared to when you were on?
The differences is that and I've watched several of the board meetings, there is discussion, and I see the appearance of where there's not that much discussion, but counting of votes. You know, I need to see how many votes I got to get this passed. Where we had lengthy dialogue. Sometimes it was really fun dialogues, but they were meaningful dialogues that impact the students, and there was true transparency through those dialogues.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Obviously, you feel there should be more discussion, more ideas heard there on the Board of Education.
Yes, and thank you so much for inviting me here.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fletcher, for joining
You're
us
welcome.
tonight. And just a reminder, Election Day is Tuesday, November 4th.